Welcome to the press conference for the final game of Group A in the FIBA Olympic Qualifying Tournament here in Riga. We have Coach Cohn with us and Justin Brownlee. Coach, if I could ask you for your initial reaction to the game.
Well, we have our tickets to leave tomorrow, so we already had our tickets out, the reservations to go. We've already bought all the tickets to leave tomorrow, so I guess we're going to have to move them back a little bit. That's how surprised we are to be here and talking to you guys. We've been saying, it's the first time I felt good about losing. And I just, really just want to compliment our guys they went down 20, and it could have been an easy panic time. And they worked their way back into the game, and right into the fourth quarter, where I guess we were tied or something like that at the fourth quarter. But we were down 20 at various points of the game, and one little streak here or there, we could have gone down 30, and then we're going home, and we're using those tickets that we have tomorrow. But they really showed their resilience. We lost Kai Soto early and never got him back into the game. He is in the hospital checking out his rib, whether it's x-ray. We don't have any news on that yet, how far or whether he'll be able to go forward. But the fact that we lost him as well and still was able to fight our way back in the game, got some really good bench production from Carl Tamayo and C.J. Perez and Kevin Kimball and Japeth Aguilar, our veteran, our captain, really stepped into the void and gave us big minutes in what would have been Kai's minutes. So all that stuff just came to the fore, and we were able to stay close, and we couldn't go into overtime. We had an opportunity to shoot a 3 at the end to try to get us into overtime and play, but we just felt we didn't want to give them an opportunity to try to extend the lead in overtime. So, but still, I don't know his first name, I can't remember, but we call him Mamu. But Mamu missed a dunk follow-up, and that was a bad coaching decision on my part. I should have had Newsom, should have had him hold the ball and just not even shoot that second free throw and get a violation. That would have been the smart move. But I blanked out. I didn't think about it. And we were lucky. We didn't go into overtime.
Thank you, Coach. Justin, your reactions to making the semifinals?
We feel great. Like Coach was saying, I don't think, we expected it or, maybe anybody, but, we battled hard. Guys fought hard, being down 17, 18 points. Probably got a little down, but we still didn't lose our confidence. So just got to give a lot of credit to Georgia. And, we're excited to be here for sure. And, give a lot of credit to Coach Tim also. He made some great adjustments for us in the game and, to get us back going, and we got a good rhythm. But overall, just excited to be in the semis and, just happy.
Okay, questions for either Coach or Justin? Here.
Good afternoon, Cesare Milanti, FIBA. Congrats for making it to the semifinals. I actually have one question for Coach and one for Justin. For Coach, you said it yourself, you were down by 20, and then you called timeout. Do you remember what you said to your guys to wake their spirits up? And for Justin, yesterday Kai said, you're the MJ of the Philippines. Today Dwight Ramos said you are the best teammate he's ever had. How do you feel wearing the jersey of the leaders of this team? Thank you.
You go first, Jess. Go ahead.
Oh, man, I really appreciate the compliment from both guys. But I really don't know how to feel about that. But I just try to, as with Dwight, I always pride myself as being a really good teammate, try to gel with the guys, try to get guys going and try to play off of guys as well as try to get them playing off me as well. So I definitely appreciate the compliments from both guys. And Kai always, is being compared to Michael Jordan of the Philippines. I don't even know what to say about that, but I definitely appreciate the compliment. And I wouldn't be, nothing without, the teammates. a famous quote that Coach Tim always tell, you know, the Endeavor guys and now, you know, on the Gilas team is one is too small of a number to achieve greatness. So I just try to go by that and try to get the best out of the team and try to put my best to the team.
Can I comment on that one? You know, Justin, of course, plays for my club team back in the Philippines. He's played for us for 7 years, 8 years now, right? 8 years. He's been with us for 8 years. So, you know, the thing that really makes Justin special is, number one, he's absolutely the best teammate I've ever seen through all my coaching. He's just a tremendous teammate. And number two, he has that rare skill that makes, every time he plays, at any team he plays, he makes the players around him better. They play at a higher level wherever Justin goes. Now, I used to think I was a really good coach because I had him all the time, and I go, wow, I'm a really good coach. And then he goes to other teams, and he still wins everywhere he goes. So obviously it's not me, it's really him, because he just wins everywhere. Any country he goes to, they win championships. It's amazing. And that's because he knows how to make people better around him. As for the timeout you mentioned, I think it was let's go to zone. I think that was the key move when we went to zone. I'm not really a zone guy, but they were just eating us up individually. They were just isolating on us, blowing by us. So we had to go to zone, and it worked. You know, they struggled with it a little bit, and we got some confidence, and then we just stuck with it the rest of the way. And like I said, that's very rare for me, but in this kind of situation, in this kind of tournament, you know, you do what you have to do. And so I was really pleased. We didn't practice zone. We haven't practiced zone since we've been together. We have not practiced it at all, ever. So for them to step in and play zone like that and be good, it was amazing.
José Pereira, Café Belgrado. Coach, in the beginning of the game, Philippines had a lot of turnovers, and that influenced a lot in the partial of the first quarter for Georgia. What, in your opinion, was the reason for that happening? Like, was the back-to-back games, or were you like a little bit anxious to finish it up? Like, what's your read on the situation?
That's a good question. I think if you look back at the Latvia game that we had, Latvia was coming off a back-to-back, and we jumped out on them, and we got out to an 8-0 lead. We led 32-16 after their first quarter. And you know, we talked about it coming into this game, that we knew that Georgia was going to come in with great energy, that they had a level of desperation because they needed this game and they needed a big margin to advance. And it was like, you know, but it was still like pulling teeth to get our guys ready. You could see it, you know, I mean, just a short turnaround from 7 o'clock game to a 3 o'clock game, and then, you know, you played your total heart out to beat, you know, really a superior team, and then to come in and have to play against a team that really needed it. It was like a train coming at you, and there's nowhere for you. Couldn't go left, couldn't go right. You just got to take the hit. And that's basically what we did. We just took the hit early and then tried to recover from that hit. It's like coming out in a boxing match, someone hits you hard right away, and it takes you a while to get your senses back and get it. And I think that's what we kind of did. We got our senses back as we went along. And like I said earlier, the zone helped. The zone helped.
And then one there and then one at the front, and then that'll wrap it up.
Georgi Barbakadze from Georgia, Lead Sport. First of all, my congratulations to advancing to the playoffs. And what can you say and describe about your leaders' play? Because too much, and your players are playing with another style teams. Your leader was perfect, 2 matches and 2 closest game to the triple doubles. How can you describe? Yes. Yeah.
I have said so much about this guy in so many interviews through the last 8 years, and I always embarrass him. He always, he's blushing. You don't know it, but he's blushing. And I mean, he's just, he's a big moment guy. You know, he plays huge in big moments, and he's proven that over and over again. And what he's doing here in this tournament is no surprise whatsoever to what we've seen throughout his career in the Philippines. I mean, he's dominant there. He executes to a T, and he's always engaged. And when he's aggressive, there's just nobody better than him. And I've said this before, somebody in the NBA missed out on this guy. Somebody in the NBA missed out. They weren't on the ball. They should have seen this guy. He never should have been in the Philippines. He should be in the NBA. Does that answer your question?
Last one at the front.
Sure.
Hi, Coach. Yesterday, after the win against Latvia, we talked about playing against the expectations of your country, of the Philippines. Now you've probably seen that much more people came today to support you compared to yesterday. Now, after today's result, much more expectations going to get put into your team. And does the thought of, damn, we're actually doing it, come across to your mind at any point during this entire process?
You know, I hope not. You know, I hope that's not coming through our minds because, you know, we're very process-driven. You know, we want to just stay what's right in front of us. We don't want to look at the end zone and the end game and think, wow, what happens if we can make it to Paris? You know, I mean, obviously the country would go bonkers. You know, they would go absolutely crazy. But, you know, that's a long ways away, you know, and you know, we got this step done, and now we got another step to take. And I think that's where the focus is, and that's hopefully where the focus is of our guys. I think that was one of the problems coming into, you talked about it earlier, he mentioned about us coming in to play this game. We were just so euphoric, couldn't get over the euphoria of beating Latvia and all the texts and social media going on about what's going on in Manila. I think that really set the guys back. So if we're going to continue to look forward like that, I think that's going to be a problem for us. But no doubt, you know, I'll be surprised if not every Filipino in Latvia, maybe even Lithuania, Estonia, show up in the semifinals, if they can get tickets. I think the problem in Latvia, there was no tickets for the Filipinos to get, so they were able to get tickets today. And it was great having them there. We heard them. They're right behind our bench, and it was cool. And, you know, Justin and I played in a game in the Philippines, Game 6, in a final series where we had 53,000 people watching the game. And then we played a Game 7, and we had 55,000 people watching the game. So that's how passionate Filipinos are about their basketball. 55,000 in a Coliseum was amazing, right? Actually, it's done 3 times, right? 3 times. We've had over 50,000 people to watch. So they are passionate.
Okay, thank you, everybody. Congratulations, Coach, and Justin, good luck in the semifinals.
Thank you so much.
Thank you. Okay, we'll continue the press conference for the Philippines-Georgia game of the FIBA Olympic Qualifying Tournament here in Riga. We have Coach Gijic with us and Goga Bitadze. Goga, if I can ask you first, your reaction to the game.
I mean, guys fought hard. I mean, we got ourselves in this situation, and Philippines came out ready to play. I mean, we hit them first, but they came back, made some shots. Shout out to Philippines, great game. And yeah, man, we really fought hard, but yeah, it wasn't enough. Sometimes it's not enough, so yeah, that's it. We move on.
Is there any questions for Gogo before we allow him to, in the back there, please?
Georgi Barbakadze from Georgia, Leader Sport. First of all, thanks for game, for fight, for our respects from Georgians. What was the problem in the third quarter when Philippines scored 31 points? What happened there? Because first half was almost crazy. It was good. With mentality, we can go far and far. What's happened in the third quarter?
I mean, this is a 40-minute game. I mean, you can't have ups and downs. You gotta be still, like water. But they made some really tough shots. We try to guard them, but I guess it wasn't enough. We wasn't locked in. Yeah, sometimes it happens when you're not locked in against these kind of teams. I mean, they're Philippines. They're a great basketball team, so they came out, and it was our fault. They fed off our mistakes, and we made a lot of mistakes in defense in third quarter. But fatigue also adds up. So yeah, we really fought. Shout out to guys. We really fought hard. Today, I can proudly say that we did 100%. So thanks to the guys, thanks to the coaching staff. They've been doing an amazing job. Everybody in the team, and it's hard to go out like this. Still wanted to play. We still wanted to be together, but sometimes like this, man.
Okay, thank you, Gogo. If you like to, you can stay, but if you need to go, thank you.
I'll get my rest.
Coach, can I ask you for your reactions at the end of the game?
First of all, thank you for coming. Well, you know what? At the end, we won. That's a good thing, obviously. This was mission impossible today, beating them 19. But we opened the game very good. Was it 16-0 or something like that?
16-0 start.
And then in the rest of the game, it's like they scored 93 points. And I think that's too much. We are a team built not to outscore, but you know what? They sag, they let us shoot. The crazy thing, we made 13. I mean, versus zone wasn't that bad, but our defense was not on the highest level in the third quarter, and it was mostly individual effort and focus, which is, again, something that we will have to keep on working. I'm proud of my guys. I really love them. Am I satisfied? No. Simply, I'm not, because I believe they can do better. Yeah, if you have questions, please.
José Pereira, Café Belgrado. Coach, how do you draw?
Café?
Café Belgrado, it's a podcast from Brazil, actually.
Belgrado.
Yeah.
Very nice.
Well, I can explain you later.
Thank you.
Actually, how do you draw a game plan knowing that you have to beat your adversary for 19 points, as is something not really typical in basketball, as is in, for example, in soccer? Like, how is that in the timeouts, and you see times going by, and you have to make the adjustments? But like, if you win by 2 or 3 or by 18, it doesn't make difference. Like, how is this the game plan preparation in this situation?
Guys, first of all, our best player played the game that he shouldn't play. He asked to play. And he played. Today it was a little bit about a pride. You know, we know we are better than that result versus Latvia. I'm not saying we're better than Latvia. It would be super stupid. They beat you, I don't know, 5 8s, I don't know. And then you say, like, we better. No, but it's just the way of performance, way of execution. Today, we're better, simply better. You know, yesterday, we saw a very interesting game, Philippines, Latvia, and they were up. maybe for the team like ours, with the lack of experience in the point guard position, we were up too early, too much. You know, so you ask me how you build. I mean, it's super hard to plan that. For us, it was obvious that we need to spend a lot of energy. Unfortunately, you know, we played with the seven, 8 guys, and I guess one day we'll have quality for more players in rotation.
Over here, thank you.
Hello, Coach. Cesare Milanti, FIBA. After the game against Latvia, you told us about Toko's effort to be in the game, incredible effort to be there. You just mentioned that he shouldn't have played today, but he wanted to play. Can you elaborate a little bit on that and how he is as a player rather than just a basketball player, the pride he put in? I saw a moment before the game in which he was shoving off everybody who was taking videos because he wanted the team to be locked in as a captain. Can you elaborate a little bit on him as a person?
Listen, sometimes players have something that all of us see, like skills on the floor and everything. But with Shengeli, it's a little bit different. You know, his influence in this team, and I think the team where he plays, it's so much deeper than people understand. And he's simply that type of, you know, player, that type of the leader. It's very important for him, you know, to be that type of man. Because what he did today was something that not too many guys would do. And I have nothing but the highest respect. At the end, he wanted to play more. I just said, no, end of discussion, please. Probably he was mad at me, but I said, enough. It's enough. Yep.
If there's no other questions, thank you very much, and thank you, Coach. And we'll finish the press conference there. Thank you.